What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fuller Broadcast. 24/7 sports news, live interviews, media coverage. I do MMA, boxing, IKF kickboxing, and BKFC Bear, which is bare knuckle fighting. First, I want to thank all my sponsors that are helping me out. JB Haney Pro Services LLC, D&D Bates, and also Quit Bitchin' Collision. So if you look up here, I have on the screen. I'm going to text this for you real quick. All right, if you go right here, it's www.quitbitchin.com. At the end of the show, go to their website, type in the code Fuller, Fuller. That's the code. You get 15% off. So enter the code. I start my show as tonight. I got my co-host Anthony Cruz on right now, and we have a special guest I haven't talked to you guys about yet. His name is Gabriel. He's coming on the show. What's up, Cruz?
What's up? What's up? How you doing, guys?
I'm all right. All right. Here's Gabriel. Let's bring Gabriel on.
Here goes Gabriel. What's going on?
Can you hear us, Gabriel?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good, good. What about you?
We're doing pretty good. So, give us a little detail about you. I heard you're an MMA fighter. You're a pro fighter, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, what weight class are you fighting at?
145 is my next fight. But I fought at 55 and 72. So
That's good. So, before you turned pro, how was your career at the amateur level?
it was pretty good. I won a title at 55, down in Florida. I mean, it was it was pretty good.
What's your
You
record?
fight. You fight out of.
As
You fight
a
out of
pro, it's
Florida.
0-1 actually. But those things are gonna change my next fight for sure.
All right, what was that, Cruz?
Does he fight out of Florida? Gabriel, do you fight out of Florida?
Hey,
Can you hear
Gabriel,
me?
Yeah.
are you Cruz want to know if you're fighting out of Florida?
Uh, I'm kind of everywhere. I'm from Tampa, but no, I'm not fighting out of there
Okay.
as of now. But
Okay. So,
Cool. Cool.
can you hear him at all?
no, I can't hear him.
Oh, you can't hear
Yeah. I
him?
don't.
Mm-mm.
All right, he's gonna check his mic real quick. So,
Yeah.
what's gonna during this virus and the looting going on? How's your training and your health been to get ready for your next fight?
It's been crazy, really. The virus kind of stopped everything, but I've been training and getting ready on my own. My boxing gym is open, so I'm going there and just sparring and doing whatever I can. I have some people I roll with, but I mean, other than that, I've just been trying to do what I can, eating right and stuff like that.
So, who was your toughest opponent you fought so far?
Uh, I would say Kyler Johnson at 170. That was my toughest fight. He was a big dude, man.
I heard about him. He was pretty good. He's a pretty good fighter.
Mm.
So, have you ever thought about fighting outside pro MMA fighting, like doing bare knuckle fighting or anything like that?
Yeah, bare knuckle for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. That's on the list. I can't.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? I don't
Can
think
you
you still
hear?
can hear me.
I don't know if you can. Can you still hear Cruz?
No, I can't. I can't hear him. I don't even see him
Can you
on
hear
here. I
me?
just see you.
He can't hear you. Come back on, Cruz. Come back on and come back on. I mean, go back off, come back on. See what
Okay.
happens.
Okay.
All right. All right. Sorry about that, Gabriel.
Oh, that's all right.
So, what's what's your health been since this? Have you been eating a lot of good nutrition to keep your body healthy? I know you've been spending a lot of time with your family. So, what
Yeah.
is it like to juggle that?
My health, you said?
Yeah,
Um, it's been overall, it's been good, man. I just have to watch what I eat, my calorie intake, and make sure I'm getting good proteins and stuff like that, vegetables. I see him now on there, but yeah,
Okay.
it's yeah, but it's been all right, man. It's nothing real bad. I just gotta stay on top of everything, and I mean I do though. So yeah, it's been good.
yeah. 'Cause I know some fighters been having a hard time juggling their training. Trying to keep their family safe and healthy
Oh
during
yeah.
this time. So it's been a struggle. I see you've been. I've seen some of the times you've been training with your kids and stuff. So,
hmm Yeah.
so you there, Cruz?
It's, yeah, yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Gabriel,
hear.
can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I can hear you
Uh,
now. Yeah.
okay, cool, yeah. Well, I guess welcome, Cruz, to the show. How you doing, man? I mean, I know Florida is big with MMA, with all type of fighting, with boxing, kickboxing, MMA. So
Yeah.
I know you guys could get real busy down
hmm
there. I was looking forward to compete down there myself. Saying now with a bare knuckle thing, so it should keep you, pretty busy all year long.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Florida's, I think, a few steps ahead of everybody when it comes to combat sports and all that right now. They're the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
ones really putting on shows.
right.
So, what's your thoughts? Are you going to be fighting a couple pro fights at MMA level, then turn bare knuckle?
Yeah, I got a few more. Yeah, I think I got like two more, and then I'll be switching over probably. But I'm gonna do both though. I'm not just gonna switch over wholeheartedly, just the bare knuckle. But I'm gonna do bare knuckle and MMA. But I gotta have a
Right.
couple more MMA fights before they let me do bare knuckle.
Right, because you're on the contract, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can't just depending on the contract, you can't not do nothing else
Oh yeah,
until you
true,
finish that contract.
true. Yeah.
Because it happened to me many times. If you are kickboxing and the contract will tell you you can only do kickboxing and not MMA or whatever. Now, some contracts do allow flexibility to do whatever you want, but
hmm
not always that's the case.
Oh yeah, yeah, true. Depending on contract, yeah. But
Yeah,
no, yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
Go ahead.
No, I don't know how your contract it is because some contracts won't not allow you to do something else unless the promoters give you permission. But you
hmm
know,
Uh, no, I just have to bare knuckle. It's kind of you got to have a lot of a few pro fights in there. They
right,
don't just let you switch straight over from either boxing or MMA. You got to have like I think five pro boxing fights and then like three pro MMA fights that before you start doing bare
right,
knuckle. I think it is.
right,
Yeah.
right. Well,
So, I hear your next fight is in July. You said
Yeah, it is July.
nice.
is it?
Almost around the
Has it been
corner.
signed yet?
hmm What's that?
So,
It-
how's
no, I say it's almost around the corner.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I thought
Yeah.
Jeffrey said something.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's
so
coming up.
how's
It's coming up soon. Go ahead.
how's your training starting now to get prepared for your next fight? Is it going to be at the 155, right?
No, 145 this time.
145.
145.
hmm
So,
You feel
how's
stronger at
that?
145?
What's that?
You feel stronger at 145 than 155, or what was your ideal weight for you?
Well, it'd be 45, but I've fought my whole career at 55 and 70.
Ah,
But 45 would be like that's like my natural weight because everybody else at 55 and 70 is usually bigger than me. You know what I mean? So
bigger.
45, I'll be the
Yeah.
same size, but I'm pretty sure I have a strength advantage though because I'm just as strong as everybody else.
Right, right. That's cool.
Mm.
So, I heard you've been training kickboxing also, correct?
Oh yeah, I've trained that. Yes.
Yeah. The boy right beside you, Anthony Cruz, he's a professional kickboxer. So,
Okay.
Three-time champion.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, from New York. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I'm trying to do the bare knuckle thing. Well, we'll see what happens.
How's your boxing?
Well, I mean, my boxing is good. I mean, doing kickboxing, I train with Luis Ruiz, who was a 3-time world kickboxing champion in the Bronx. Every time we used to go to the Morris Park boxing gym in the Bronx, which everybody knows that area, and we used to go to a boxing gym to learn real boxing because a lot of guys don't do that. A lot of guys, yeah, they say, "Oh, yeah, I'm learning boxing," but doing kickboxing, that's
Oh
not the
yeah.
same. You want to
No.
go to a real boxing gym and learn boxing. You know what I'm saying? So thank
Yeah.
God over the years that was the thing. We were like the only two kickboxers in a boxing gym. nobody liked us. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Yeah. For sure.
So if you ever want to do
Do
some
you do the
training,
same
like
thing?
Uh,
Do
no.
you do the same thing or
No. I go to an actual boxing gym to learn boxing.
yeah,
If I
yeah,
want to learn a specific art, I go to that gym. You know what I mean? Like that to learn. You know, from the ground up, the right techniques and
right,
stuff like that. Not just throwing stuff together and
right.
not that.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
so. Tell me about your last fight. I believe it was at HRMMA 114 fight 8. You fought Nick
Yeah.
Buchman. How was that?
Mal
Tell me about that
Malpin.
fight.
Um,
Okay.
uh, it was a good fight, man. It was my pro debut, so I wasn't the 5 minute rounds kind of got me a little bit, but I wasn't tired. But I never fought 5 full minutes, so
Hmm.
when the 3 minutes transition when it hit the 3 minute mark and the 3:30 minute mark, like it felt a little longer, but it, other than that, it's all right. I'm working on that now. But I mean, it was a good fight. I dropped him a few times. I should have finished him, to be honest, but I didn't. He caught me in a triangle at the end of the round. But it was a good fight overall. And did you watch it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah. No,
watched
I
a few
mean,
minutes.
yeah. Listen, you live and learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We all lose a fight here and there, but sometimes it's a blessing in disguise because sometimes that loss you grow from it. You learn from
yeah,
it. Be like, you know what, my endurance maybe was not there. Yeah, maybe the 3 to 5 minute round got to me, so maybe I gotta switch my training for that. You know what I'm saying? You learn. I mean, and that's what the life of fighter is. It's a journey.
hmm yeah, for sure, for sure.
So from your training from that fight, all the fights you had in your career, do you adjust from different fights? Like I messed up. I need to learn more of this. I need to do more conditioning so I can last a 5 minute round. What's your uh, goal to stay that 5 minute round and keep going without wearing yourself out?
It's really cardio, cardio, cardio. It's hit training, high
hmm
intensity interval. It's just working on endurance. I mean, longer rounds, more rounds, and running more further distances. Just it's really just more cardio and more training, longer rounds. You just got to get used to being in there for so long, and plus you got to
Right.
get mentally ready too, because you can make yourself mentally tired. Uh, Without even physically, it's just your mind. You have to condition your mind and your body for
Yeah,
the 5 minutes there. You know what I mean?
for sure, for sure. That was my mistake when I started doing 5 minute rounds. Of course, coming from kickboxing, it's only 3 minute rounds.
Yeah. hmm
And here I am. I'm thinking, yeah, how hard can 2 extra minutes can be? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
it
I didn't
is.
think it would be that hard. Oh my God, I was so tired. Oh my God, wow, it was big difference, man.
Yeah, it
Big
is.
difference.
It is.
So I had to switch my whole training
hmm
according to that.
Yeah.
Working 5 minute rounds, resting 1 minute because I guess my body, like you said, your mind was not used to it.
Yeah.
And once you got a little taste of it, it was like, wow. And you're right. Two extra minutes don't sound like a lot, but when you're there and you're not used to it, it lasts forever.
Yeah. Yep. It does.
you know. But
It does.
eventually my training conditioning catch up to it. You know, it takes a little time, but the more you do it, eventually you end up doing 5 minute rounds like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
Oh, of course. Yeah.
catching up to it. You know?
Yeah. You have to get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah. But man, it was tough as hell.
So,
Yeah.
is it hard to juggle your life with your family, your kids, with your when you have to travel a lot? How you try to get them with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good thing we have FaceTime now. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So I can call and like video chat with them, with my family, and so that kind of helps me through if I ever, when I travel and things like that. But just keeping in contact and keeping a steady head. That's really all I can do when I'm gone. I can't really do much more, except I can't panic over it. You know what I mean? Nothing's gonna change, so I just gotta roll with it.
So, out of your whole career, what's the best highlight you ever had? Like during your years, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, or now?
What do you mean the best highlight? You mean the fight?
More like what's during each year? What was the best year highlight? Like the best year ever had? Like winning the amateur title.
Oh, I'd say last year. Yeah, I won the amateur title last year, and I had a good knockout last year. Yeah, I'd say last year was my best year, my best year
Right.
in MMA. Yeah, but this year, even though I got that loss early on, this year is gonna be my best year. So I mean, I got big things to come, big things in store for everybody. I just can't wait to fight. I've been training. I'm getting in shape. I'm just doing what I got to do, and I got a better focus now. I'm more focused, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Good attitude. I like that. I like that. But you see, that loss should never discourage you. If
Mm.
anything, should motivate you even more. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
And I know a lot of fighters after they lost, whether it's amateur or in the pros, it puts them down. They don't get as confidence no more. You know what I'm saying? And
hmm
that affects your training and your performance. That's tough. That like you said before, that's preparing yourself mentally tough is
yeah,
not easy, and especially after a loss. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Sometimes it brings the best out of you. Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes the best means what? Okay, fine, I lost, big deal,
uh,
but you know what? I'm training. I'm coming for you afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So that's a
yeah,
good attitude. That's a good attitude to have. I like that.
yeah. Thanks. I'm not gonna lose again. I'm breaking this guy's neck. So,
I
well, or face. You
like
know what
that.
I
I
mean?
like that.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have that attitude. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that attitude. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a tough sport. If you're not
Yeah.
in it mentally, you could do everything physically all you want. If you're not there mentally, you're
Uh,
questioning yourself, you're doubting yourself. It's gonna affect your
yeah.
performance. So,
Oh
so
yeah.
as long you overcome that, it's like you know what? Yeah, it's a loss. I'm gonna learn from it, and guess what? Watch me the next time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For
I
sure.
like that. I like that. You're a good guy, Gabriel. I like that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So, when you start getting your like 3 or 4 fights as a pro MMA fighter, when you go to bare knuckle fighting, and you go to Anthony Cruz Gym, he'll be glad to have you start training you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Shoot, that'd be fun. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'll get to work anywhere I can, man. I love work. So
Right, right.
anywhere.
Well, I should be
He's in
there
New York.
soon. So,
Yeah.
So, from now until your next fight, what's going to be your main goal to be ready for that fight?
Um. Just main goal is really just getting in better shape. Getting
right,
in fight shape. Getting ready for the fight. That's just focuses on the fight, man. Getting ready for the fight, getting weight right, just everything's on the fight right now, just to better that and be prepared for it, to be rightfully prepared for it. That's the
right.
main goal.
Do you study your opponent? For example, I never care about studying my opponent. I just know that as long I'm in shape and my training is on point, the rest is whatever. But some guys do use that strategy about studying the opponents and building a strategy around that. Do you do that, or you just
Um,
freestyle?
I study more. I watch him, and I watch his tape and find his tendencies,
Right,
and see what he's good at and see what he's not
right.
good at. See if he can take punches or not take punches. See if his ground game's good, grappling. And yeah, do I? I wouldn't necessarily say that I make just a one plan for him and fight him that way. I
Right.
just know what he's good at. I go out there and do me, but I know what he's good at, and I know what
That's
he's
right.
most likely gonna do and not gonna do. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Right,
I
right.
like to watch him to see like who he is, how he fights, stuff like that, just so I know what to expect when I go in there. But I'm still gonna do me. I'm still gonna fight my style. Yeah,
Understandable.
see what he's about.
Yeah. So I noticed that some opponents, as you being a former wrestler, wrestling's a different sport. You have to study your opponent, but you're
Hmm.
gonna learn. Everybody changes different strategies, so
Yeah,
it's like Anthony was saying. It shouldn't have to change your strategy. Be you, be yourself. Just go in there and do what you do.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
That's just what you gotta do. Yeah.
so Anthony, you got any pointers to give him for his next fight?
Pointers? Oh my
Yeah.
God, I get plenty of pointers, but he seems to know what he's doing. He seems to learn from his last loss. So he has a good attitude. He's positive. He's confident. Just make sure you're training and be rounded. Don't. So a lot of fighters make the mistake that if they got good hands, they concentrate on their hands. If they got good kickboxing, they concentrate on the kickboxing. If they got good jiu-jitsu wrestling, they concentrate more on that. You know what I'm saying? Be as rounded as you can, because that way you have more options and more outcome how to end the fight. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Just
Yeah.
don't rely on one hand or the other, or one kick or the other, or one submission. Be as rounded as you can, and hey, the better rounded you are, the better outcome you have to win that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because then you
Okay.
could dictate the fight. Then you could
Yeah.
dictate the fight. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a stand up on the ground, or if he runs out of gas but he's still fresh, you say, "Oh, you tired? Oh, okay, I'm not."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
do.
and that level, when you pro, you gotta be open, like, you know what, I gotta be good at everything. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Not to be just one dimensional. Like, even in the pros, a lot of fighters to this day still make that mistake. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. Yeah, I do. That's good
But
advice
you
for
see,
anybody.
yeah, but you seem to have a good head on your shoulders. It seems like you have learned from your last loss, and you know what, that attitude alone is gonna take you far.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you very much for that.
So we're going to be watching you on your next fight. We're going to be following everybody that's been on our show. I like
Good.
your attitude. I think you've got a future,
Thank you.
and we'll wait to see that belt around your waist.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah.
is there anything?
It Day will come. That time's coming. Y'all see. Just
Yeah,
stay
I
tuned.
like that. I like that. I want to see. I want to see it.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
That's good. That's good.
So, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans, family, and gym coaches before we get
uh,
off here?
uh, not the only thing I can say is just everybody stay tuned. Fireworks are gonna come. You know what I mean. I'm gonna show everybody who I am again and again, and time after time. I show up to fight every time. Uh, yeah. Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned because big things are coming. Big things are coming.
Nice, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you heard it from the
Uh,
Gabriel himself.
Mm-hmm.
that's right. We'll be seeing you on your next fight next month, man. You be
All right.
safe.
Thank
Keep
you
your
too.
training going. Thank you for being on the Full Broadcast Show.
Oh, of course.
All right,
Thank you,
peace out, man.
Gabriel. Good job, man.
Oh yeah.
Keep
Thank you
training.
guys too. Thank you guys too. All right. See y'all
Anytime.
again.
All
Mhm.
right, so now that's another fighter's attitude. I like his attitude.
Yeah,
He
and
wants to
that's
win.
rare, man. And that's rare, because a lot of guys, it's one thing to talk confident, but you could tell with somebody just talking smoke, or they really mean it. You know what I'm saying? And like him and Shamara yesterday, You know what I'm saying? These are guys. These are fighters that even with their losses, they grown, and fast because mind you, this is their first losses, still earning a career, which it affects you a lot. Down the road after you have 10 wins and you have one loss, it's like well no
Right.
big deal. But in the beginning, it questions everything. Damn, maybe my camp is not that good or my training's not that good or but like I said before, a loss sometimes could bring the best out of you or it could break you down. And as a fighter, it's tough. It's tough. So as long as you got the mental strength and learn from it, and you know what, big deal. It's a loss. I'm gonna learn from it, and I'm gonna get better. And watch me. And you know what, that's the right attitude and character to have. So my hats off to those two. You're gonna see big things with them.
Yeah, but I noticed that a lot of fighters, like he was saying, he studies a little bit of his opponent. We were
Right.
talking about that. I feel like when I was studying this, I see a lot of fighters do study their opponents,
A lot of
but
do.
I think that if a fighter goes in there and not think what that opponent does on that video they watch, they just go in there and
Right.
just do what they got to do.
Right.
They'll win that fight. But I see a lot of fighters like the Burns fight from last week's fight UFC.
Right.
Whitley, I know that he was studying. It's like he knew what he was gonna do. But look what
Yeah.
happened. He made
Yeah.
mistakes.
Well,
Burns.
the bad thing with Tyrone Woodley is that he always being a one-dimensional fighter. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows he has a
Yep.
mean right. Everybody knows he has a mean right. So if you circle around the right and get off the right, you be in luck. Everybody knows he has a good wrestling because after he throws that right, he wants to take you down. You know what I'm saying? So, but he always fights the same. So it's kind of easy or not easy or easier for somebody like that to study because it's like okay, he has a mean right and he's a wrestler. So it's kind of easy to be like, okay, let's build strategy against that. Burns was perfect for that because Burns, well, you know what? Yeah, he's a wrestler. But I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's a four-time jiu-jitsu champion. So even if he takes me down, he's not gonna do nothing on top of me because I know how to weather that storm. Now, if I stand with him, I have to make sure to circle, of his right. You know what I'm saying? Not go to the left where his right could be more power. You know what I'm saying? It's easy said and done. It's not that easy to just do that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
and like I was telling with Joe, he has to be first. You cannot let
Yeah.
somebody like him start first and be last. You got to put the pressure on him. Don't let him put the pressure on you. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the pressure on him and break him down and screw his game plan. If you could do that, and which Burns did to the fight to him, look what happened. All 5 rounds was total domination. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's easy said and done. Because it takes a lot of heart to do that, especially somebody who has a history of hitting hard with a right and being in good shape. He's in good shape. He's strong. But Burns is like you say, he's more rounded. He has knockout power too. He's in good shape. He has
Yep.
good jiu-jitsu, and he was just a perfect opponent for Woodley.
He's the number one contender now.
He is number one contender. We were going with, back and forth on Twitter. You know, so he was like asking if you beat the number one, what that makes you? Because when he was saying that the ranks haven't the UFC didn't put the ranks yet, and I'm like, well, yeah, well, it makes sense if you be number one, you become number one. And sure enough, a
Yep.
couple of minutes later, he saw the ranking and sent a tweet to me, and I'm like, yeah, you see,
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes sense. There's no way you're gonna be number one and not be number one yourself. No, So now he's number one contender for the belt, and I think whoever it is, he's gonna win. He has, he's another one who's been a beast. He's been in UFC and MMA for a long time. He has a lot of highlights, fights, with good submission, good knockouts. I mean, he's in good shape. he's definitely gonna be one of those guys that, yeah, once he wins that belt, he's gonna have for a while, you know.
Oh yeah, that boy surprised me. I picked him to win, but I didn't think it was going to be like that. So
Right.
Burns from the I think he was ranked number 6 and jumped all the way
Yeah.
to 1. I thought maybe
Yeah.
he would jump to like 2. I didn't think he'd
Right.
jump number 1, and like whoever was number 2 was going to be number 1. But when Burns jumped up number
Right.
1, I was like, whoa, yeah, that boy's going to get that belt.
Yeah, no, because it's not so much the ranking, because sometimes the ranking don't mean shit. You know,
Right,
sometimes the ranking. You know, I hate the ranking system, because sometimes it just, you would think it will go by elimination the way the ranking system is designed for. But sometimes you have a
right,
guy who's number 5, winning for years, and never gets a chance to fight number 1. You know what I'm saying? That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? And then you got guys, because he's calling people out or whatnot, making noise, and they give him a title shot. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you cannot rely on the rankings. You know, but he deserved it. He been fighting for a long time. He been winning for a long time, and I was not surprised how dominant he was from the very first round. From the very first round, he took the fight to Woodley, and took him down and ground and pound, elbow him and open him up. You know, but from
yep,
the very first round, he showed him that, he's game. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So yeah, I agree with you about the ranking system. Because you can have the champion fighting a guy that's ranked 13, and the 13 guy is going to end up beating him for the belt. So that's going to juggle a lot of rankings around.
No,
You do
because
have a
I
good
see.
point about that.
Yeah, I've seen that in the UFC all the time. I've seen a lot of guys, like James Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Which I like. He's a beast. He had a long winning streak, and not once fought for the belt. You know what I'm saying? Then you got a couple of guys, they fight 1 or 2 times, and yet because they're making noise, they give him a title shot. That's not fair. There's no way that a guy has a longer winning streak don't deserve a title shot. But this guy over here who has 1 or 2 win, one or twice, and because he's making noise and calling out people
Yep.
out, they give him a title shot. Listen, you shouldn't be able to call nobody out. When it's your turn, it's your turn. That's why you have a
Yep.
ranking system. You know what I'm saying? There's no why that somebody who has win 3 or 4 fights in a row don't get a title shot, but a guy who wins 1 or 2 fights, and because he's making noise and calling people out, you give him a title shot. No, that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it should be. You know what I'm saying? But
Hopefully they'll change that system soon. Because
yeah,
I
yeah,
agree with.
and that goes with everything. You know, boxing, kickboxing, MMA. You know, but it makes no sense that if you really follow the ranking system, that how can you say he's number 1 or he's number 2, he's number 15, but the guy who's 15 has a longer winning streak than the guy who's number 2, and you don't give him a title shot. That makes no sense.
Hopefully, Dana White sees this show and he'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, no, because I would hate if I'm fighting and I have 4 or 5 winning streak, and some guys who just came, and he has 1 or 2
Because
winning streak, and because he's being a big mouth and talking smack and calling people out, you give him a title shot, but not me, who's been there longer and has more wins under him. That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? There's no way he could be higher than me when I have a longer winning streak. That's not how the ranking system goes. You know what I'm saying? And that goes with all sport, not just MMA, boxing, kickboxing, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and the promoters excuse is always, oh well, he has a bigger fan base, or he's not as known as much. I said, listen, that don't mean nothing. Okay, that's not how the ranking system goes. That don't mean nothing. You the promoter, right? So you as a promoter, what you do, promote. Okay, I don't care if this guy came out of nowhere or he's not as known, but your job as a promoter is to hype the fight. Your job as a promoter is to, yeah, if he's not known, make him known. put him out there. You know what I'm saying? Do a little short video of him training and sparring, and do his highlight reel with his winning streak. And you know, if people don't know him, make him known. And guess what? Don't take a month of showing him around and be like, oh, now people know him. Now people know why he deserves to fight the champion, because he earned it. It's not that he calling people out or he's being arrogant or cocky. No, he earned it. You know what I'm saying? So you as a promoter, whether you're the president of UFC or you're the promoter of the event, that's your job. Promote him. You know what I'm saying? Promote the show. You know? But a lot of these guys, that's their excuse. Oh, he's not known, or he don't bring fans. To the seats. I don't care. I don't care. That's nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? He earned his right to fight the champion. Give him a shot.
We told it like it is. So, guys, you heard it from Anthony to Tiger Cruz about the ranking system. If you guys disagree, comment on the bottom and let us know what you think. So, I like to thank Gabriel for being on my show today. Wish him the best. We'll be watching him. This guy's got an attitude. He's going to have a title around his waist. And once he goes bare knuckle, I can't wait.
Can't wait.
So get ready for the UFC this Saturday, starting at 3 o'clock Eastern. 3 o'clock Mountain Time and 6 o'clock Eastern Time. There's some great matchups coming, and I will be posting my picks to everyone out there, and I want everybody to do their picks, send it to my broadcast, and whoever wins, the total wins, will get a prize from D&D Bates. So, thank you for watching a full broadcast show, 24/7 sports news, live interviews, media coverage, and thank my sponsors, Quit Bitchin'. Go to their website at www.quitbitchin.com and put code Fuller, FULLER, all capitals. You get 15% off when you put the code in. Thank you, and have a good night from the Fuller broadcast. Have a good night, Cruz.
Good night.
Alright guys, so I got a banger one. Oh my god, I'm murderer. What? I'm literally